Am I supposed to be here now?
I have no idea.
I was supposed to be here at 2:30. It's 3 o'clock, so who's in charge? Where's the man?
Aaron, where are you at, buddy?
Well, we can just I'll listen to you and then you can listen to me. How about that?
Sounds good. Let's do some co-hosting. I like that idea.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Well, I honestly, coming on after Tolly, I don't think I can deliver that much punch that Josh just had. I was listening, I'm like, this sucks so much. Like, why did they put me after Josh? Why couldn't they, like, give me, like, a nice warm-up right before him? So, but I'll roll with it. So, how's everyone doing today? It's pretty exciting. We're coming down. I'm going to be in Florida in 1 week. I say that out loud, and I'm like, wow. Like, it's 1 week until Paul Fest, basically, for me. And I can't believe on how fast it's actually come up, because I remember purchasing my ticket and my flight down there, and it seemed like it was a month to go still, and now we're talking a week. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. I hope to see a ton of people down there. Gigi, you're going to be speaking, so it's going to be great.
I'm speaking, but I'm also working on it, and it's like 24/7 where everybody, all the people running Hall Fest are like connected at the hip. You know, I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, there's people Skyping, we have to do this, we have to do that. It's really a lot of work, just so everybody out there knows. When you see the people running it, give them a big hug. They deserve it.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of volunteers down there. It's going to be a lot to take care of and to handle all of it. I mean, there's going to be thousands of people, so we definitely need to give a big round of applause and thumbs up to all the grounds crew and all the workers down there at Paul Fest. So I saw somebody say they want the latest on lawyers for Ron Paul. I posted a video about that earlier today. I got some grief from it saying that all this is hearsay, and you're correct. That's why in the title it says tentative win. The judge hasn't ruled on it completely, so we basically have to, Ed, we just have to continue to support them and make sure that if it can be done, it will be done, and I hope the judge does rule in our favor of basically that historic law being precedence that all delegates are unbound.
Right now I'm very cynical about all of it, so I'm not even going to discuss it.
Yeah, you know what, it's one of those deals too where I never really truly got 110% behind it, going and like checking out every single day, but when I did get updates, I would like to hear about it, and if it does work out to benefit us, go for it, man. All the power to you. I focus on things that I can have influence on and try to help and stuff like that. I'm not a lawyer. I can't go and help Richard Gilbert and win the case for him, so I'm going to do what I can on my local level.
Well, because I run Liberty Candidates, I've gotten cynical because we've had 450 Liberty candidates running for office in this country who are all inspired by Ron Paul, and the amount of donations that went to them was really sad, to say the least. And, you know, that could have made bigger change than this whole presidential election if we had gotten 10 of the people in that are running as Liberty candidates, you know, in Congress and Senate. Wow, what a difference that would have made. But it didn't happen, and a lot of people lost their primaries. I mean, we still do have some great people running, and I certainly hope that between now and then they get some money, they get some hope, help, endorsements from, you know, important people that, you know, will make people focus or pay attention to them. I know we've had a lot of PACs out there that have recently been giving money to some of these candidates, like Kerry Bentivolio, who did win the primary. So, you know, I just hope that the focus now switches to Liberty candidates for the next 2 months, and that's really going to make the biggest difference.
Yeah, I agree. I'm running for city council in my town. So it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to rely on some support from other people, but I'm going to try to do it as cost-effective as possible, just boots on the ground, going door to door, talking to people. And I live in a pretty small town, and I'm known around the community, not for my politics, but just at the jobs that I've held. I've worked in many different retail stores, so I have a lot of contact with people. So I hope that that will help me in the end. But definitely, we need to start at our local level and the other primaries and stuff like you're talking. All those Liberty candidates, we need to support those people, because even if we would get Ron Paul into office, he can't do everything we'd like him to do. We have to give him a supporting cast to surround him with, and then have them start putting these laws into effect so he can go and he can sign those laws. So you're exactly correct, Gigi. We need to make sure that we focus on the big picture, not just on one single person and one, I guess, race, because the presidential race is a crucial part to it. But without the rest of the pieces to the puzzle, we can never get anything done.
Well, it was about the message, wasn't it? That's what it was supposed to be about. And the message got through to people when they ran for office, including you. And are you going to run in 2013?
For
City Council, or are you running now?
I'm running now.
So then why did you not fill out the Liberty candidate's application?
I had it sent to me. I'm literally trying to get everything done this week, and then before I get to Paul Fest, because I have to look into my I actually have all my paperwork that I've been reading through, all like my financial forms. I mean, it's a big stack of paper.
I know. It's a tough job doing the FEC stuff. It's not easy, which is why we hope we get help from people.
Right.
Just for things like that, you know. So, you know, everybody out there who's typing away, you don't need, if you don't have money, not everybody's got money, but you can help in other ways if you're good at, you know, doing some sort of accounting, bookkeeping. Find a candidate that needs your help. Everybody can help. This is the revolution. This is what the grassroots was all about. And I hope that somebody out there, you know, helps Mr. Larson.
I definitely need some type of like bookkeeper, because there's so many things that you have to write down all the time. I mean, it's just so much training on what kind of account you have to open up, what you have to do with donations afterwards, whether you win or lose. What do you do with those leftover donations? I mean, it's crazy, because you have to follow every single step, because if you mess up, you're screwed.
Unfortunately, that's the part that, you know, that's the part that turns people off to running for office. But I think that we haven't been turned off so much because we've had so many people step up and run. So, you know, if anybody out there is good at this kind of, you know, FEC paperwork, by all means, just you know, you could email us at Liberty Candidates and say, look, I want to donate my time or help someone. We've got plenty of candidates that could use your help.
Yeah, it's we definitely need to support everyone we can, whether it's through man hours or through money and donations and stuff like that. I think it's going to take a huge effort by everyone to make sure that we get our revolution continuing at the same pace that we had it at, and we need to accelerate it too, because I honestly don't think we have that much time left before some type of financial collapse will happen. I believe that's what will end America as we know it, will be a financial collapse. It's not going to be some foreign war, World War III, that's going to end America. There's not very many other armies out there in the world that could take down our military, because we have a $1 trillion budget for our military spending, defense budget. There's not very many people that can do it. We're going to exactly replicate what happened in the Cold War, and we are going to defeat ourselves with our debt. Our monetary policy, whether it's foreign or domestic, is what's killing us. So until we get the right people into office, we're never going to slow down that spending pace, and if anything, it's just going to keep going up. I mean, Paul Ryan's plan is the best thing that the Republicans can give it, and it balances it by 2040. We're not going to make it to 2040.
We're not going to make it. We're not.
We're going to be lucky if we make it to 2014 at this rate that we've been increasing our debt.
And he's not cutting any military spending, so he'll just add to it.
Not one dime. I mean,
one dime.
I could be okay with them not cutting any defense spending, but our foreign wars and all these other just charades and shenanigans that we have ourselves in overseas, That's where we need to cut, number one. We could cut all of that out and we'd be fine.
Yeah, but it's the people making the money off of it that are the ones giving the money to the politicians. I mean, it's all connected. We all know that. Let's face it. We're preaching to the choir here. Everybody here knows this. But the only one that's going to, the only people that are going to stop it are people like you, because when you run for local office from the bottom up, that's where we got to make the change. That's the most important offices right now. You know, run for city council and mayor and assembly, state. You know, if we want to repeal laws, we want to nullify, we've got to fill our state with good people. Yes, as Tracy's saying there, sheriff. We need our constitutional sheriffs. So we've got to help them. And I mean that with all my heart. We can't just, you know, just go, oh yeah, great, he's running, and ignore him. And like I said, it doesn't have to be your money. It could be your time. It could, you know, if you could live across the country and help, you could have helped Sheriff Mack. Can you believe we had Sheriff Mack running for Congress and he lost to that piece of crap again, that Lamar Smith, who voted for every bad piece of legislation that ever came out? We had him running and we didn't help him. He hardly got any donations. It was so sad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we kind of get what we deserve on things like that.
Yeah, like that. It's true.
And it really sucks because we put these people up in office to do their job and they don't do it and we complain about it, but then if we don't go out and do anything, we can't really complain as much as it happens.
Do you snore?
Tracy literally
I just read that there.
Tracy made me lose my train of thought. I read that and I'm like, who the hell is? Oh, it's Tracy saying that. I don't know.
Okay, thanks for the laugh, Tracy.
Right? No, the only time I snore is if you give me like 5 to 10 beers, and then I sleep pretty good at night. So
well, you'll be having that, I'm sure. So.
Right.
Paul Festival. Do you like our name change?
I saw it. I can't remember what exactly it was. Ready or not? What was the whole thing? God, it was a long friggin' name.
I know it's Wait, let me remember now. People uniting for liberty, something like that. There you go. Wait. Somebody's going to tell me because I can't remember. I'm old, you know. But it's basically about taking it out of one man and putting it in the hands of the people. The revolution started with Ron Paul, but we're now coming to the end of this 2012 election, and it's up to us now. So I think that's what Paul Fest has really been about. It's not about one man. It's about what that one man, what he started, and how we're all going to have to come together. And we've got every facet of liberty there. We've got people from every party, even though we're really not about party. We've got people there from every speaker imaginable that has been touched by Ron Paul. So that's what it's. We got to come together. We can't end this in divide. And I see a lot of divide. I see the Randwagon people going this way, the grassroots people going this way, and that's unfortunate because we need to come together with everything we've learned, and we need to march forward together. So let's hope everybody realizes that. Come to Paul Fest, go see Ron Paul. We need to do all these things, and it's important. People awakening and uniting for liberty. There you go.
Yeah, and we do see some people kind of straying off and kind of going from one way or the other. And all I have to say is, regardless, wait until Tampa's done. If you're going to change votes, just wait until Tampa's done. People know who I'm voting for, regardless how Tampa goes. I'm going for Ron Paul. I'm writing him in no matter what.
You want to have that discussion now?
No, not really.
Writing in discussion?
No, I don't want to have that.
Okay.
I understand people's views on it, and I honestly, people say that they think that Garrett Johnson would have a better chance at it. And you know what? Sure, he possibly would. but we're only giving him that chance because we're deciding not to write in Ron Paul. Now, even if we did vote for Gary Johnson, I don't believe that he would win. So I'm just plain and simple, I'm not going to vote for the lesser of two evils like we've said all the time. I don't like to be hypocritical like people say, well, Romney isn't as bad as Obama, so it's anyone but Obama. So it's one of those things where we got to practice what we preach on things like that. And when we say we can't, just plain and simple, I don't agree with Johnson on his humanitarian wars and on being pro-choice on everything. I believe that it needs to be up to the states, and that's one of the things, like, now I'm kind of just going off on a side road, but being pro-choice, I personally believe that abortion is murder. And I can't believe Ron Paul, being an OBGYN, has stood for so long in supporting the Constitution, even though it gives the states rights to legalize murder. So it's amazing that Ron Paul is that much of a supporter of the Constitution that he actually goes against his own personal beliefs on abortion. So that's one of the things that really turns me towards Ron Paul, is that he will support this document even though he completely disagrees with the state. Well, he agrees on abortion, not the state's issue, but the topic itself. That's how I know I can trust Ron Paul, and that's why I'm going to give him my vote no matter what, because there's no other person I've ever heard in politics that will actually go against his own personal belief because the Constitution says so. I don't think there's anyone else in politics that would do that.
All right, I'm just going to give my opinion here. I know, because I'm a poll inspector, that unless a candidate signs up as a write-in candidate, you writing in their name is going to end up in the garbage. It's just not going to be counted, so nobody will know that you voted for Ron Paul except for you. And if you're okay with that, that's okay. I'm a pro-life libertarian, and there's 50% of us. The Libertarian Party has one half pro-life and one half pro-choice, so we try not to have this conversation because it's null and void at this point. Half of us are one way, half of us the other. I am probably going to vote for Gary Johnson, not because I'm a Gary Johnson fan. I was actually R.J. Harris's campaign manager. He was my guy. He dropped out, and Arlie Wrights was my other guy, you know, and I was for these two guys first. But the Libertarian Party gives us a vehicle for liberty candidates to run on. And I want to help that party to grow so it can be a wedge between the Republicans and Democrats. We need something to stop this two-party system. It's out of hand. So if this is the one chance that we've had in I don't know how long to actually make a dent between that, I'm gonna hope that we can, that people realize, yeah, I don't have to vote for Obama or Romney. There's another choice. There's more choices. There's Virgil Good. I don't really, you know, Virgil Good is running a Constitution Party. So there's other candidates to vote for. It doesn't have to be Romney or Obama. I don't believe in this. You know, a vote for third party is a vote for Obama. That's bull. Okay, but I want to make a third party strong to help liberty candidates. I know that most of my liberty candidates run on the libertarian line because it's easier to feel secure stepping up. You're not going to get shot down by, you know, the GOP in your local area. They're very hard. It's very hard to get in there. Thank God for these delegates. I got to give them credit. They really fought the GOP. That was not an easy job, which is why I hope this all works out and that these people that took over their, you know, local parties, are, you know, stay there for a while. I'm very happy to hear that they did that. Where I live, there's no way you were going to get into the GOP unless you were a neocon. So I decided to, you know, to take my revolution to the Libertarian Party. I became the chair of the Libertarian Party in my area, and I'm helping to get people run for office where I live. It's none of it's easy, because when you're a libertarian, you have to get so many signatures to get on the ballot. But at least the Libertarian Party, not like the other parties does have ballot access in, I think it's 49 states now. I'm still not sure about Oklahoma. I think I don't think Oklahoma's got the Libertarian Party, as ballot access. But knowing that they will be on the ballot, that Gary Johnson will be on the ballot in all those states, does make a difference, and it will help candidates in the future. Are you running on the Republican line, Matt?
Actually, it is nonpartisan,
Okay.
so I
So
don't have.
that's unusual, but it's good to
Right.
hear that there's something like that. There's the independent line. I don't think we have an independent running for president that I remember. I think it was, I forget his name. I think there was somebody running, but I'm not sure. I know we have Robbie Wells also running. I don't know what he's running on, but, there are choices. So at least with Gary Johnson, like I said, I know that you're going to be growing a party that's pretty strong already. So that's my reasoning behind not writing in Ron Paul, though I have been a Ron Paul girl for the last 5 years, day and night. It's been a hard job. I can't, at the end of this, just throw away. It's not that I hate that phrase, throw away your vote, but when it comes to writing in, I know it's going in the garbage. So literally, throw away your vote.
The only thing that kind of makes me worried about that is I believe Gary Johnson has to get 15%. I
No,
might be
that's just to be in the debates. To be
right.
in the, yeah.
But that's what I mean. The media will completely drown out Gary Johnson. I believe. I believe that they will do to him what they've done to Ron Paul. They will make sure his message does not get out there because Gary Johnson, I believe, is very similar to Ron Paul. He's only different on maybe 4 issues. I don't like Gary Johnson. I believe that he would be much, 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 much better than Romney or Obama. He would be very close to what I'd want. There's only a few things I would change on him, but I think that the media, knowing that he's very similar to Ron Paul and he's endorsed Ron Paul in the past, they will do everything they can to black him out and to go all conspiracy theorist. I believe that they won't count the votes as much. It would probably be 2 for Obama, 1 for Romney, half for Gary Johnson. I mean, when we're voting on computers, it's hard to get a paper trail and that kind of stuff. So now, if we would all go paper ballot, sure, I believe that it would be much better than Gary Johnson would have a much higher chance. But when you vote on computers, unless it's one of the top 2 people, there's a picture, and goddamn it, I wish I could find that. It's at a voting booth, and it's a paper ballot, and the pencil's on a chain, and the chain's only that long. And the first 2 that you can actually write in, it was Republican or Democrat. Then the third one was Ron Paul all the way down at the very bottom, and the chain didn't give him the ability to actually write in Ron Paul.
That's really. I learned about voter fraud in 2000. Actually, had some here. We're saying, they try everything possible. Your pen doesn't reach. This one was a whisper. Someone must have whispered somewhere on Long Island that Ron Paul had dropped out, but he hadn't dropped out. And I was, I ran the Ron Paul meetup here in Long Island, so I knew that he hadn't dropped out. But people going there to vote for him heard that when they walked up to say, can you show me how to vote here? I want to vote for Ron Paul. And were told, oh, I'm sorry, you can't vote for him. He dropped out. Well, it was just a coincidence that this little old 80-year-old lady walked into a fire department and said, I want to vote. Give me the paper. I want to vote for Ron Paul. And they said, you can't vote for her. And she said, what are you talking about? Well, her son happened to be one of the people in my meetup. And she calls him. He called the police. There was a police report. The police came. They said, what's going on? And the woman said, I want to vote for Ron Paul, and they're telling me he dropped out, and he didn't because my son just told me he didn't. And the police went to his car, came back in and said, I don't know what you're talking about. Ron Paul did drop out. So it went on, and we actually, they have this big sheet in the, when you walk into the polling place, and it shows you all the candidates, and it shows you how to fill out your thing. And there was a big extra Ron Paul because they were saying that he dropped out, and they actually locked the back of the voting. It was one of the hanging Chad machines. They locked it so you couldn't vote for Ron Paul. Well, with the police report and everything, we actually talked to the Paul campaign. I actually had to call Mrs. Paul personally, get the police report, get the copy of the big piece of paper, send that to the lawyer for Ron Paul at the time, who I think still is. And you know what? Nothing ever came of it. Nothing was done. The campaign did nothing. And it kind of disheartens me because we actually caught it. And it wasn't just in one town. It was all over Long Island in different areas. So there's all kinds of creative voter fraud, and it works. It works, and it's sad. It really is.
Right. Well, Steve just said we are doing a second free ticket in about 10 minutes, right around there. So
Okay.
if any of you guys are new here, I don't know how many people have showed up for the first drawing. If you haven't yet, I believe the email is paulfesttickets at Google. What is it again, Steve? Can you
Yeah,
post it down below?
put it up there.
At Gmail, sorry, Gmail, not Google.
There you go. PaulFestTickets at Gmail.
So you can win 7. There's only 7 left now. Well, actually, did that one lady claim the first one, Steve?
No, I'm going to ask for her before we do this drawing.
Okay.
Zila Miller. Is there a Zila Miller in the room? You have won a 3-day pass to Paul Fest. You have to be in this room. Please announce yourself and let us know that you're here. You have won one of the tickets. Otherwise, it's going to have to go back into the kitty. Zila Miller. Zila Miller from Florida.
Aw.
That's such a shame.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll announce a little bit later. I've got her on the list, but I've got the Uber computer doing it right now to pull out the email.
Tracy, aren't you supposed to be working? You are, yeah. You're getting paid for this?
Didn't you know that all the people at Paul Fest are making a ton of money? All the
Oh,
people
really?
That,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard like a couple $100,000.
You know,
It's pulled the email. The winner
first of
of
all,
the third Paul Fest ticket is Josh Dunbar from Virginia. Josh Dunbar, are you in the room?
there he is. There he is. I see him. Yay!
All right, congratulations, Josh.
Good for you.
Josh, what I'm going to need from you, I've just opened your email. If you could please send another email with your address so we can actually send you the ticket. You've won the third ticket of the day.
Now Obama's calling me fat. Okay, whatever. I know. I know.
Oh, wait. Zila is here? Where's Zila?
Where's Zila?
Okay. Well, let me pull up Zila's info, make sure I've got her stuff.
There it is.
That's great.
It says Zila is here.
Okay, Zila, what I also need from you is I need you to send me another email with your address information so we can send you your ticket. Congratulations to both of you.
Congratulations, guys. Now you got to get down there. The Ron Boys, that was the last day for the Ron Boys, wasn't it? Last night.
Yeah, I think last night was the last day for Ron Boys. I mean, you can message Susan Wolf on Facebook and just ask her to be sure. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, last night was the cut. All right, so I got to tell you, I mean, from New York, it was pretty cheap. I got on whatever it is, JetBlue, and it was $99 one way. I mean, you can't get cheaper than that. Although I got it a couple of weeks ago, so it probably went up in price. But it's it's not so bad. Just take the plane. It's worth it. It's worth it to see all the speakers.
I'm flying in from Minnesota, and I got my ticket pretty cheap. I think mine round trip was like $240. And
Yeah, it's not so bad.
No, I definitely would pay a lot more to go down and listen to those speakers, and
Right.
it's well worth the money. So I'm damn excited to get down there and just meet everyone and just see how large of a gathering we're going to have. I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm going to make sure I snore extra loud. I'm going to wear a mouth guard that actually like makes my vocal cords extra loud. It'll be amazing.
You said something before. People keep saying that we're making all this money. First of all, it's not for profit, okay? It's a not-for-profit organization running Paul Fest. That's my daughter walking by the way, so. Anyway, it's these people are selfless, and nobody's doing this for profit. The people are doing it because they care, and I understand that because I've been spending my entire last 5 years doing everything because I care. I don't get paid to do Liberty candidates. I don't get paid to work on events. I don't get paid. Hi. Anyway, it's, you know, most of the people that I know in this movement do things because they have convictions, and that's what it all comes down to. So please stop insulting us, because it's really insulting to some of the things I hear on Daily Paul. I'm going to stop going on Daily Paul. I've never seen such nasty people in my life. Rah-rah Facebook. People are nice on Facebook, okay?
Sorry, trying to read some of the comments at the same time.
I got to make one announcement. I'm going to jump off and give you guys the floor. Folks, you do not need to re-register your email in between ticket giveaways. Once your email is in there, any duplicate emails, the system, the way that this thing actually works is the emails are put into a little computer scanner thing. And what happens is it's going to pick one by random when I ask it to. And if you have duplicate emails, those duplicates will be deleted. So you only need to register once to be eligible for the tickets, but we'll be giving away another 5 tickets over the rest of the evening. But you have to be in the room to win them. So, you know, stay here, and good luck. And on that note, I'm out, guys.
Steve, 1 second. Did you see Kadosha's message to you?
I think he left.
Oh. No, Johan, she...
Yes, I did.
Okay. So okay, good. I just want to make sure that you saw it, because she sent it to me too, because she said she was supposed to be coming on after me. So
if you guys can't stay, then obviously I'll have to ramble for an hour and harass Tracy and Gigi and, you know, Ray and some other people in the room.
well, I'm sure Shanarchy would have loved to come on here. I mean, she loves hearing her own voice a lot, so maybe Shan will come on.
She's coming on at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
She said you're fired.
More than likely. Somebody, Jose said, I see like Philip Franco, why hasn't he talked about the RNC? He actually made a video making fun of Paul Ryan, I believe, a couple days ago. And he talked about how Ron Paul is still in it. Gary Johnson's another candidate. He actually aligns with Ron Paul on many issues. Philip Franco, if no one's aware of who Philip Franco is, he is one of the most famous YouTubers out there. He started many years ago, and he has a show Monday through Thursday. And he is very honest. He calls the BS when it's BS. He does talk about Ron Paul quite often. When he does talk politics, because he doesn't support Obama, he doesn't support Romney, and it's just one of those things where he actually linked down below to Ron Paul's Wikipedia, and Philip Franco gets almost 1 million views on every show, so I think he actually did help the situation quite a bit by talking about Ron Paul and mentioning his name. Just even saying the name Ron Paul, people are like, who's Ron Paul? But then if you look at the top voted comments, they're all Ron Paul supporters. So that's great to see that Ron Paul supporters watch his shows, because he talks about them every once in a while. I can't read Johan's writing. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, can you change the color? Okay.
Okay, that's better.
You want a picture with me, huh? Oh, I haven't changed my picture of the day today. Yes, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to find me and take a picture with me, so you can get on my Facebook page. Uh, no, the only person that really wants a picture with me is Tracy, and she lives around the corner, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, you guys aren't too far away. She's in New
No.
York, or is it New Jersey, where Tracy's at?
Tracy's around the corner. Like literally, I can walk to her. We both live in Long Island, New York.
Okay. Wow. And you don't have any pictures with her yet?
No, because
Well,
we
you
forget. We forget. We just, when I'm with her, we don't remember. Oh, we got to take a picture together. So
right.
I'll have to remember to do that.
Well, I suppose we should go back to Paul Fest probably. How
Paul
many people
Fest.
here are going actually? Will I be speaking at Paul Fest? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, do you have a table? Because if you have a table, then you're speaking at your table. If you have a
I
vendor table,
no, I don't have a vendor table actually.
okay.
I got nothing to sell. Maybe I
Yeah.
could. I'll sell my T-shirts or something.
You can hand out literature.
Right. Previously worn Matt Larson T-shirts. You can smell my sweat because it's going to be 110 degrees down there.
Oh, don't say that. First of all, we're going to be indoors. It's indoors. It's air conditioned. Okay? I don't know if people know that about Paul Fest. You will not be standing outside. So right there, get in your cars, drive down. You're going to be in an air conditioned giant, like football field size event area. So that's a plus.
There is going to be a part that's outside though, correct? Hopefully.
Well, I guess, yeah, there's an area that's outside, so you can go outside and smoke your cigarettes and, get
Okay.
some fresh air. But most of it's inside. The vendors are inside, the speakers are inside, the music is inside.
The gun range is outside.
That's a good idea, Jose. And I was thinking about that before when Matt was talking about needing someone to do bookkeeping, FEC, paperwork. You know, it's something that we could probably start in 2013, especially since Liberty is local in the odd years. Mostly it's state and local candidates running, not so much federal. And I think that we should have a sign-up area where people who have a talent of some sort can sign up and give their expertise to some of these candidates. And I think that would be a great idea. In the beginning of this, I actually had people who sold campaign signs, people who did T-shirts, people who did marketing. I had a big giant list, and it sort of got lost, and I think I'm going to resurrect that.
So actually, I just read that for the first time. Camp Liberty was canceled.
Yes, there was only seven tickets sold. I guess because a lot of people wait till the last minute to buy tickets. I mean, I know that for a fact. I run Liberty Fest New York City, okay? Me and my friend Ian Chiaffi ran it last year, the year before, and we have it coming up again in October. And we sold about 500 tickets, online. But the day of the event, we had 300 more people show up. So, you learn from that some people just can't make up their minds till the last minute, and they want to do it at the door. They want to, go down to Florida the last minute. They figure they're going to go there and go find a camping spot. But sometimes you got to plan ahead, people. Sometimes you just got to, think a few steps ahead, and you won't be left out, or, we won't have things like Camp Liberty closing down because people didn't, take advantage of it.
So basically, what I heard earlier was, I can't remember who said it, but they're saying that the actual camping is getting pretty full at the fairgrounds, actually. So if you are going, buy it now.
Yeah.
Reserve the spot now.
No.
Don't wait. I mean, do you really want to get down there and not have a place to camp, and then you have to get a hotel, and that's going to cost you probably triple of
Yeah.
what it would have cost you any other time? So definitely go to paulfest.org. The link was just there a second ago. It must have got moved up. It's right there, paulfestival.com, and definitely reserve your spot. So don't wait until the last minute, because if you do you understand how much more the hotels are costing during that week just
Hmm.
because of the RNC?
Right
It's
now,
not.
you could actually get a hotel room for like $35 that will allow 4 people in it in Lakeland, and we posted that enough times, and I know a couple of people from here just, they got those hotels. So don't wait till the last minute. You're going to get there and they're going to start charging you $200 a night because they know they got you. I mean, just, we've given more opportunity. We constantly try to, inform you and post things out there. Another thing we've had lately is at the last minute, everybody's, wants to be a vendor right now, which is great, but it's going to run out soon. So if you had any inclination to be a vendor, you've got, not that much time left. And it's a great place to hand out your literature, tell people about what it is that you're doing for Liberty. You don't have to be selling something. So, email us, just do it quickly. Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
one of
want
those.
to real quick,
Oh, go ahead,
uh,
Steve.
not to interrupt, but talking about the campground, I want everybody to know I actually had a suite at the Hyatt Regency. That's where I was going to stay. I already had it booked. I booked it months ago. And
Nice.
the more we talked about it, it's like the fun is actually going to be at the fairgrounds.
Hmm.
So why have a hotel suite, which would be, but all the liveliness and the action is going to be right there at the fairgrounds. So I mean, this thing's probably going to go 24/7. So myself and Matt and Tracy and John Yoen and Shan Arky and a couple other people, we said, you know what? Let's just get a big RV, go stay on the fairgrounds, and go where the action is. So if you really want to have fun, get a camping spot. Bring an RV, rent an RV, get a tent. That's where the action's going to be. All right, I'm out.
Hey, I'm jealous. I'm staying in the Roach Hotel.
I thought that Steve gave you his suite.
I'm gonna come visit you guys and you better let me hang out. You better let
Yo,
me hang out with you, Tracy.
we have bunk beds. Johan and I aren't sharing a bed anymore now that we have a little bit extra room. So, Johan, by the way, I call top bunk, so you get the bottom.
And just let me put a plug in there for Liberty Fest New York City. That's in October. Start looking ahead for that. Don't wait till October. Another great Liberty event. We have this weekend is Liberty Love Fest in Massachusetts for all you East Coasters. And there's going to be a lot of bands there, and that's run by my good friend Chris Carnes, and Tatiana's going to be there, Jordan, our Liberty friends, so plug for them.
And what's the date for that?
This weekend, that's I think Friday. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If anybody out there wants to correct me, that's the 17th, 18th, and 19th, or 16th, 17th, 18th. And in October is Liberty Fest New York City 3, and that's October 13th. An interesting time because 3 days later is the presidential debate at Hofstra University with Obama and whoever the Republican candidate might be. Never know, might be Ron Paul. And hopefully third parties will be there, but they've got to get 15%, and it's hard to do that when you're not even in the polls. They won't even include you in the polls, so I don't think Gary Johnson will be there, but let's hope that something happens and we have more voices. And if not, we'll have a party across the street and tell those Obama people to go to hell.
It's going to be hilarious to even imagine a Romney and an Obama debate. Like they're
They agree
exact.
on everything. There's nothing to debate.
It's just like looking at the resumes. You can switch the names on the top, and you won't even know
Yeah,
that it was the other person. So,
it's
uh,
funny.
I, it's sad. If any, it's that's why we need to get Ron Paul there. It's just such a night and day difference in how their voting record goes and just their belief system, basically. So that's why it's a complete slam dunk. If Ron Paul is nominated, when Ron Paul is nominated, he will blow Obama out of the water.
Such optimism, Matt. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's like we got the cynical old lady and the young the young virile optimist
I
having
mean,
a conversation right now.
right? I can't give up. If I give up, I might as well stop running for city council because I don't think that there's going to be any change. So
Okay. Well, it's good to hear. Now fill out that damn application for Liberty candidates, or I'll hit you over the head with the newspaper. I do that every once in a while.
I will do that as soon as I'm done with the show. I got some errands to do after.
I'll just bug you every day. No, I won't do that. I really won't do that, but it's just a good place to be in company of some of these really great people that have run for office. Amazing people are on that list. So, then you get to, just be in the company of some great, great candidates.
And actually, we have Corey here, Corey Kenneth Peterson. He is running for a seat in the Minnesota government. Corey, do you want to hop up on mic and tell us a little bit about your race?
Corey, why haven't you filled out the Liberty candidate application?
Exactly.
Why not? If you guys are old Ron Paul people, you should be filling out the application. That's the only people I care about, are people that were inspired by Ron Paul. So do it. And we have some of these Liberty candidates speaking at Paul Fest. Let me bring that up. We have John Dennis, second-time Liberty candidate. Karen Kwiatkowski has just joined. She should have won. Love that lady. She'll be speaking on Sunday. We have Alexander Snicker, who I actually, he was one of my first Liberty candidates back in 2009, and he was one of my first committee people, and he'll be there. I have people that are running in Florida right now. John Stevenson, he just lost the primary, unfortunately. He was running for school board. Those are, that's something I really hope that most of you will run for, is something like school board, because that's where you can make such a big difference. Our tax dollars go to state-run education. If you're a libertarian and sitting on the school board, you can make sure that the money gets spent the right way and doesn't end up in the pockets of some administrator. I know on Long Island, we have administrators making $600,000 a year. It makes me want to throw up. What the hell? I should have majored in administrator of school when I was going to school. Really, seriously. Yet, people complain about the teachers making too much money. You know what? The teachers have a hard job. They're indoctrinated to teach all this crap. I feel sorry for them. We need to make the poor teachers step away from the Department of Education. They have no idea what hit them. But the administrators make me sick, because once we close down that Department of Education, we will no longer need those ridiculous administrators who are making $600,000 a year. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
What did I just come back to? What did I miss?
I just went off on a roll. It's one of my subjects, is the Department of Education. It really pisses me off. It really does. People line their pockets with taxpayer money.
Right. My grandpa called me yesterday, and he asked me if I got my permit to carry yet, and I told him I hadn't received it in the mail. Then he asked me how my campaign is doing for city council. I told him, well, I can't really start doing anything yet until 60 days before. I can't put out yard signs and such, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, so tell me you're going to vote for Romney, right? And I'm like, Grandpa, why the hell would I vote for Romney? He's like, because he's going to save us. And I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no difference in between Obama and Romney. He's like, oh, sure there is. And I get into arguments. My grandpa's just the biggest neocon. I hate that I have the same blood in my body after I talk with him. And he's trying to tell me about how Romney is so good for the middle class and he's going to lower our taxes, and Obama's just one of these guys, how like he's going to kill the middle class. And I'm like, yeah, but he literally has the exact same plans as Romney does. So I can't even have a civil conversation with him. And I just kept arguing, talking about all these different ways and beliefs. And he's like, yeah, I agree with you. And I'm like, so you agree with Ron Paul? He's like, no, Ron Paul is crazy, and he's really just wild and out there. And I'm like, no, he's not. You just said you like what I just said, and that's exactly what Ron Paul preaches about the whole time. He's like, no, I listen to debates. He doesn't say that. And I'm like, no, you listen to Fox News, and
Yeah.
you listen to what they say about Ron Paul. You don't actually listen to the debates. Because if you listen to the debates, you'd hear what Ron Paul actually said, and you'd hear how he got the loudest applause, and it's just...
It's sad. Really, I mean, your grandpa is my dad, I think, because my father is that same man. Ooh, my father is that same guy, and O'Reilly is his god. All right, so I don't know who your grandpa, if he's a Hannity guy, a Rush guy, but they're brainwashed. Our own family members. Sad.
Yeah, it's I've never been so frustrated having a conversation with him. Like, my grandma is the liberal, my grandpa
Oh
is
gosh,
the
you got it on both ends.
they stay home on election day because they say they cancel out each other's votes, so they just don't vote.
Oh,
And my grandma's actually an election judge this year, and I'm like, okay, grandma, here's what you do. When anyone ever asks you who to vote for Ron Paul. Just tell them, vote Ron Paul no matter what, you know. And it's just, she laughed, and she agrees with the majority of Ron Paul things, because Ron Paul is a very socially liberal kind of guy for the most part, besides abortion.
mm-hmm.
Believes in all the freedoms to the people and stuff like that. And I think that's where she agrees with him most. And the wars, too. I mean, if you think about the leftists against more of the rightists, I believe the left is a little bit more in tune right now with Ron Paul because they seem to be against the wars for the most part. I mean, whenever you see protesters that are covered by the mainstream media, it's never the true Ron Paul supporters that are protesting. Because if you interviewed a Ron Paul protester, they could give you educated answers on why wars are bad and why they affect the economy. But if you go out and you get a leftist who's just up there with their tie-dye shirt and their big picket sign, they just say war is evil. They don't give you a reason why war is evil. They just say their typical answer on peace and stuff like that. They can't explain to you how war actually is bad for an economy, how war can create blowback, and then that's when they come and attack us. And it's amazing how the media can spin anything they want to go for their furtherment of their agenda.
Have you noticed that a lot of the liberals, though, have been making excuses for Obama's wars? All of a sudden, they're starting to sound like they're right, and it's almost like they've really become one big party. Now they're all the party of war. There's no more, one side's for war, one side's not. It's over, I think. There's a show on TV that's been driving me crazy lately. Has anybody seen the show? It's not Network. It's such a liberal show, but the lead guy is supposed to be a Republican, but he's a Republican that hates guns.
God.
A Republican that, there's nothing Republican about him. I think that what they're trying to prove is that the agenda of the show is it's by the West Wing people. I never watched West Wing, though, so this is all new to me, and it's really such propaganda to make people who are watching this believe the bull that they're pushing that has nothing to do with reality. This is how they brainwash people. These stupid TV shows. Makes me nuts.
Yeah, I agree. That's why the only TV shows I watch, and it's only through Netflix, are Dirty Jobs and Mythbusters. The only two I watch.
Hey, Pickers is good, okay? You ever watch Pickers? That's where they go pick stuff out of the garbage and sell it on eBay. It's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to watch Hoarders, too, when I did have cable TV. Hoarders made me really realize just how disgusting some people can be, and that's why I keep my room clean now, just so I can never fall down that slippery slope of becoming a hoarder.
Look at all you zombies out there with your TV shows like that you're posting. True Blood, Spartacus. I love those friggin' shows. They're excellent. But
Anyway.
That's funny. Most people don't watch TV in the Liberty Movement. I've noticed that. I do. I have noticed that. Which is interesting because, I think my generation, I'm 53, is the TV generation because to us it was like the only thing we had. You guys had video games, you young people, so you might have stepped away from the TV to go kill people on video games. That's all I had. That was my baby, like, wow, I was like the cable guy, watching I Love Lucy and whatever, Wonderama. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but my generation is so brainwashed now. I just know the people my age, and there's so many of them they have no clue what's going on. No clue. They don't want to know what's going on. It's sad. So at least your generation now, the Ron Paul people especially, you're not even watching television, which really is amazing. And I got to give you credit because you haven't been, taken over by the propaganda that they push.
I agree. Does anyone have any questions for Gigi or I while we're still here? I don't know how long Gigi can stay. I got to take off in a little bit, but.
Well, a little while longer, whatever you want. My buddies here at Ron Paul Radio. I talk a lot, I know that. Sometimes I don't shut up, but it's New York.
New Yorkers, right?
Yes, I watched Spartacus. I love that show. I've watched every one of them. Was very sad when the original Spartacus died of cancer, but they managed to work it in. And it's one of the best shows around, but a lot of people don't see it because you got to have stars, I think. What a question. We're talking about TV now. See?
I believe that they're trying to do that. I believe the Fish Sisters are going to be trying to do some type of live streaming. Also, I heard that there hopefully will be some type of Wi-Fi down there too. So we can hopefully do some type of live streaming also.
Corey, I see what you're saying about Liberty and the website, and it really is great. I got to tell you, and everybody out there, you can be part of it by joining our committee. Go to libertycandidates.com, and there's a link there where you can join the committee. By doing that, you will be reading applications and vetting them. Now, I don't just let anybody in. I want to know that you are one of us and not some, Romney guy that's going to try to get your Tea Party people in and make up, fake answers. Also know that, the people who are filling out applications, you got to have a website, and that website has to represent what you're answering, the answers on your application. You can't just say, I'm against, the NDAA, and, on your website you're saying, I believe in the war on drugs. We check out both. So just know that you can be a part of it by being a committee member, and we're always looking for more. We have like 100 and maybe almost 130, 140 right now. But I really always look for more because not everybody can do it all the time. We do not make anybody do this. It's all voluntary, okay? We make no money doing this. We do not collect money for candidates. We are not a PAC. We put the links of the candidates on our website so that people can go and donate directly to the candidates. I don't believe in making money off of candidates. I'm not a PAC person, I just believe that, why should I go and make, a percentage off a candidate when he's having a hard time, trying to get money to get paper to print up some flyers? I just, can't do it. And believe me, I'm a real estate agent. My industry has died. If anybody has a job for me that, actually pays, hire me, because I'm probably going to be the best worker you're ever going to hire, but I can't make money off candidates. Just can't do it. Sorry, Matt. You answer questions now.
No, it's fine. Somebody asked me what I should look for, councilman or a mayor, and I think someone that will just leave you alone. Let you build your own business. Leave the city ordinances to a minimum. Let other people bring their business here. Try to get the lowest tax rate possible. Someone who is free market, Second Amendment protecting, I guess. I don't know. Someone who just follows the Constitution. Someone who doesn't want to rule your life. Like my motto, if somebody asks me, why do you want to be in government? I want to be in government so I can leave you alone. so you can have your privacy, so you can have your small business, so you don't have to pay a higher property tax or any other taxes. Basically, the only tax that I'm ever for is a consumption tax. If you want a new pool, you do your private fundraising, and then I'm going to slap a consumption tax on it because you're going to pay for it because you're the one using it. I'm not going to tax these people who are never going to go to this pool and never use it, and then people are going to rebuttal. Would I get rid of property tax? Yes, I would get rid of property tax because the property tax is you basically paying rent on your land to the government. You truly don't own your land if you're paying a property tax on it. Did you find a place for your pamphlets and signs? For the pamphlets, yes. For the signs, I'm getting quotes from people in my town because I want to try to stay local so I can say I supported local businesses.
I like that.
Rainwater runoff tax. That is horrible. How do we do something about Romney publicly breaking campaign rules? Get a new media. Start a new media.
Good answer.
The only way, because if the media is not going to report on it, the judges can just throw everything out and they can just hide on how corrupt they are.
Best answer, really.
Election bribery in Wisconsin. Yes, Paul Ryan and Romney were caught handing out free subs, and it's on video. I have 2 different videos about it. I have the actual video of them handing them out. You can hear them, what they say audibly, and they literally talk to them, now go vote, and they don't say vote for me, but did you vote today, and blah, blah, blah. They know what they're doing, and it's crap.
They're all getting away with whatever. You know, let's talk about Obama's birth certificate for 2 seconds. That's all I have to say about that.
Let's see, Gigi, I got a question for you. John just posted a good question. Okay. What do you think of binary intervention and triangular intervention?
I don't know what I think about that because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, okay? So
I told him.
You know.
Trying to
oh, by the way, everybody, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe in all conspiracies, in case anybody's interested. I have no idea who shut up that movie theater, but, you know, the number 69 was upside down and stuff, so it was definitely an inside job, just so you know.
What are you talking about, the 690? No, that's new. I guess I never heard anything about that. Yeah,
the movie theater was number 16, and somebody said turn 16 upside down, add a 1, and, you know, there you go, Century 16. Now, I definitely believe in the false flag, okay? And I see it happening more and more. Like right now, there's all these shoot-ups going on. At the same time that they want to take away our guns, the UN. It's just, you know, isn't it horrible that I have to think this way and that I've become a conspiracy theorist? But it began for me, the conspiracy theory, when the underwear bomber got on a plane without a passport. And next we had the TSA scanner. So, you know, connect the dots, people. And tell your family members to connect the dots. It's the only way that people are going to wake up. Follow the money.
You know, and Ed made a good point. Ed was talking about how Mitt Romney is not a naturalized or a
another thing. Yeah, get away with it. They get away with it now. Nobody cares anymore. It used to be, you know, if somebody said something like that 50 years ago, wow, that might have been investigated and he might have been thrown out. But now, people are they hear all this stuff that nothing makes a difference. Everybody just goes, whatever. We have no more rules, no more constitution. You know, no more, the word rules is wrong, but no more sense of we had a constitution and a Bill of Rights, and this was our what our country was based on, what our freedom was based on, and nobody cares. So it's sad. It's sad.
Race car, what if that person was going to be singing us a song or something?
Justin, too cute for you? I don't know. I know, you know, Sheriff Arpaio is still working on Obama's birth certificate, but people want to paint him in a corner. Anybody who tries to bring out truth gets painted into a corner, and that's what they do. It is what they do. You get labeled a nut job, you get labeled, you know, anything but someone who's trying to find out the truth. It's now like a crime to question anything. And that's where we've gotten. You're a nut job now if you're a, raw milk advocate. Those crazy people want to drink raw milk. I mean, come on. It's out of hand. It is. And, hopefully all you kids will grow up differently. It's not your fault. It's the fault of the people actually before me. The people I want to blame for this are the 70-year-olds. They're living high off the hog. They got their Social Security, their Medicare. They bought houses for $12,000 that are worth $750,000. They got their timeshares, and they're the ones out there calling themselves the Tea Party and saying that Paul Ryan is okay. They're a bunch of hypocrites, and I don't mean all of them, but hell, there's a lot of them. When you go to those tea parties, and you see them standing on the street holding up signs, they're all 70, and those are the people that were hippies in the 60s, caring about, love and peace. Now they're advocating for war. They're a bunch of hypocrites. I can't wait till they all die off.
If only there's...
The 50-year-olds, we're the children of those people. The 50-year-olds are okay. Like I said, we grew up on TV, okay? Actually, my age group, you want to know what happened to my age group? We all got divorced. None of us stayed married to our spouse. We're all poor. We have no money. We have no houses. We split everything up. We took out, loans out of the houses we did have so that we can give it to the other half. We're a mess. We have nothing to retire on. And don't be like us, kids, but all you kids have no future left. I look at my beautiful daughter who keeps walking by with her cute little body over there, and I feel sorry for her. She's in college, and she's got no future. There's nothing to look forward to. She's got no American dream. Is she ever going to buy a house or have 2.5 kids? No. She's going to be living with me for the rest of my friggin' life, okay? So I feel sorry for you. Matt, I feel sorry for you.
That was one of those embarrassing mom moments right there.
I'm a mom, okay?
Good job.
She's out there yelling at me now.
You son of a bitch!
Hey, I'm an easy mom. I'm so good. She's lucky, okay? She knows about Ron Paul, and she tells her friends about Ron Paul, and I love you kids. I do. That's why most of my best friends are 20 years old. So what can I tell you? I can't stand the people that are, the ones from Long Island that are out there getting their nails done every day, and I ask them about politics, and they go, "Oh, I was watching the Housewives of New Jersey. I don't know what you're talking about." That's what I got to deal with, is those people. So I love you kids, and hopefully together, if you all run for office and take over your towns, maybe you'll have a chance. Because I had a great life. I grew up in the 70s. Nobody cared. We had fun. We got into bars with birth certificates with no pictures on them, and smoked marijuana and stuff, and it was almost legal at that point. So stop laughing at me, Matt. You can talk now. I talk too much. I told you I talk too much.
Does anyone else have any questions? Oh, there goes her daughter. Everyone look. Oh,
There she goes. See, she keeps coming back. She's very cute. Teresa, you want to say hi? Want to say hi to everybody, Teresa? She's actually one of these people that is totally against, GMO, and she's aware of what's going on with...
Where do you think she learned it from?
Oh.
All right, whatever. She has a cute little blog that she hasn't been writing in lately.
And there's her boyfriend. It's even better. Perfect, right? No, just kidding.
No, that's my boyfriend, okay? That's Ken Bowman, my bodyguard.
Don't mess with him.
That's right.
Was there any other questions? Oh, hold on.
So are we doing this forever, or is somebody taking our place here eventually? We want to know.
Do either
We have
of you...
things to do here.
Yeah, I do believe that the establishment is falling. That's why more and more people are waking up every single day. Ed, what do you think?
Will it? Yeah, definitely. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Yeah, I think so too, Ed. So what I'm saying, economic collapse is going to come from the monetary system. Any plans after? Yeah, continue this. Continue fighting, never stopping. Just even if we do get Ron Paul in, it doesn't mean it's over. So working from the bottom up and getting the right people into office and give them a supporting cast.
Well, John Stevens won. That's excellent to know. John Stevens is a good friend in Liberty, and I'm glad that he won committee man. So why are the RLC not getting a vendor table at Paul Fest? They gotta be out there. Why are they not in part of it? Come on, hand out literature.
And it's funny. I don't know why people are purchasing AKs. They're not even that accurate of a gun. I mean, they would be if you're up close or anything, but if you're looking at long range, AKs are only good to probably 150 yards. Exactly. ARs are much better. They're a little bit costlier, but you can get one for $750, whether you want DPMS, Remington, whatever you want to go with. You can get them fairly cheap. So.
I don't think Normal has a booth at Paul Fest, and if anybody has any contact with Normal in Florida, tell them they should get a table. I mean, that's an important place. One of my big things, and the reason I will probably vote for Gary Johnson is I believe that the legalization of industrial hemp is probably one of the most important issues in this country, because it's the only thing that will bring back production, manufacturing, and jobs. Nothing else will bring back jobs, because with hemp you can build cars, build homes, make clothing, you'll have fuel, boats, whatever. We need jobs in this country, and that's it. That's the only thing that could possibly make it happen. So people, do what you have to write. I mean, Ron Paul has a bill out right now. Do you guys know that? Yeah, Ron Paul he made a bill, legalize hemp. My God, there's nothing more important. That, to me, that's more important than anything, because people are starving out there. People are losing their houses. They have no money to buy food, which is so expensive. You need a lot of money to buy that GMO food. So, who's on next? Matt, do you know?
It was supposed to be Kadosha and Soraya, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it could be Steve or it could be Yoan. I think Yoan should come on.
Yeah, so, we have to get up and go do stuff. So somebody sign in. There you go. There's a face. Somebody's going to show up.
Come on, Yoan.
It's Ron Paul Radio Guy. Look.
I can take over for you folks whenever you need to. We'll do
All
some
right.
field up in here.
I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. I had a great time. See you at Paul Fest. See you, Matt, at Paul Fest.
Sure.
See everybody there. And if you haven't gotten a ticket, maybe you'll win one. And if you don't win one, come on, make up your mind now. Remember we said, you got to think ahead, not the day of. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon, okay?
See you later.
Bye.
Take care, Gigi.
Bye.
By the way, folks, any of you that are wanting Paul Fest tickets, you can buy them, and they're actually buy one, get one free right now. So even if you don't win a ticket throughout the evening, you can, for every ticket you buy, you get one free, so you can bring a friend, bring your spouse, bring a guest. Kids under 12 are free. So if you want to bring your family, you can bring your family there. There's actually going to be kids activities and like jumping things and slides and all kinds of stuff like that. And if you bought Paul Fest tickets originally, before the buy one, get one free started, if you go to the paulfestival.com website, we'll actually match your free tickets. So if you bought 2 tickets, we'll give you 2 free to bring some other friends. And if you folks want to register to win one of the remaining 5 tickets I'm going to give away here over the next few hours, I just posted the link. Go to allfesttickets@gmail.com. Send us an email. Just give us your first name and the city that you're in so we can announce you here in the room. We need you to be present in the room when we draw the name. Otherwise, your tickets go back into the mix. And someone else will actually get your ticket. One woman actually almost lost hers, Zila Miller, but fortunately she was in here and she got us at the last minute, and so she's got a free ticket to Paul Fest. Hello, Mr. Yoen.
How's it going, Steve and Matt?
Howdy, John. Now I'm going to harass you. I'm going to type up all these nice comments down below and make you mess up. Steve, a question that everyone has for you. How are you sending the tickets? Email or just snail mail?
Via mail. What's actually going to happen is when they win, we have them go back in, send us another email that actually gives us their address where we can send the tickets, and we'll drop them in the mail to you first thing in the morning. So you'll have them before Paul Fest.
Well, not if Jesse gets his hands on them, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. Snail mail can be pretty slow sometimes. I think you'll make it, though.
His leg there.
Right?
I heard apparently the fish family is having internet problems apparently.
No, it's somebody. I think Paul Ryan was in here earlier because we saw somebody come on and showed their penis.
Really?
Yeah, you guys missed the excitement. If Rick is still in the room, he's still all bent out of shape. I think he's going to need therapy after that one.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose Eric was probably recording this too, huh?
Yeah, Eric is recording this so we can actually post it up on YouTube later.
Perfect.
Here's something exciting that I think some people might want to know. The 3 of us that are up here right now are all staying together in the Roadhouse at the Tampa Fairgrounds in the RV lot. So if you want to come and hang out with us, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah, Eric's in the room. He's going to be with us. Is Tracy here? I don't think she's here. I think she's back working. We'll be with Tracy Diaz. Brian Seaman, one of the founders and organizers of the event, will be staying with us in the Roadhouse. And it's just going to be an all-around good time.
Is Shanarchy coming?
I don't know yet.
I hope so. She better come.
Let's see. There's 4 in the bunk beds, and then 2 private rooms. One of the beds, or one of the couches folds out into a queen bed. So that can fit quite a bit of people. Being Johan's going to want to cuddle, I'm guessing, so that frees up one bed. Rule 11, yes. Rule 11 is the one where they can't throw support behind a single candidate and give them monetary support, correct? If I'm not mistaken. I probably am mistaken because there's a ton of rules. But Craig, if you could just give me the rule exactly, I believe it is that one. Okay. Rule 11 basically says that RNC and the GOP cannot come together behind one candidate and give him their financial support. Unfortunately, Jesse Benton came out and debunked everything, basically saying that, no, they contacted us first, and yes, we did say it's okay for them to do this. Why he would say that or why they would allow that to happen is stupid. Just absolutely stupid. It's stupid. So I don't know why. And to be honest, I think that you would have had to have gotten consent from the Gingrich camp, from all the other people that have suspended their things, not ended them, like Santorum. So basically, because Benton's not all there, correct. So I don't know. I don't know why Benton would do that. It's stupid. They shouldn't have allowed that to happen because then who knows? Maybe they said even without Ron Paul's campaign's consent. Because if you look in Rule 11, it does say that they have to get consent from. They can release consent, and then the RNC or the GOP can do that. So that is fine. So Benton's statements basically shut down any type of argument to where we could say that they violated Rule 11 of the RNC.
It seems like he's been fairly counterproductive this entire time.
I agree.
Just about every bad decision seems to come from him.
Yeah, I got a little bit of hope, I guess, when I heard that Benton might have been fired. But then when you don't hear anything else, you can't look up anything. Basically, you just saw a John Tate email and it said campaign manager. I don't know what it was before. I mean, Doug Weed. I thought Weed was supposed to be coming on here too, wasn't he?
Didn't he come on earlier?
I don't know. I might have missed it.
He was a no-show. Again.
I thought that was next week or something around then. Or
He did that before with Ron Paul Tribune. He said he was going to show up and then ended up, the last minute, deciding he was going to do a different show instead and didn't even tell us.
Right? Posting on Facebook. My live chat's starting soon, guys. Better come over here if you got any questions. Dick. Just kidding,
Yeah,
Weed. We love you.
Well, he did his live chat and then he's supposed to hop over to Ron Paul Tribune and instead he went to like some radio show.
Right. And yes, T-Mot is going to be here. Steve, what time is T-Mot coming? I do not know about John Dennis for Congress, actually. I probably should. Steve, you take off. T-Mot is going to Paul Festival. Their band is playing. I can't remember what their band, the name is. Let me look really quick. T-Mot's the lead singer, of course, and bass player.
That'd be pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, everybody's going to be down at Paul Festival. Yeah. I think definitely
Sorry,
really...
Three different people. Brooke Bida's messaging me, and Tracy's messaging me, and Susan Wolf is messaging me.
No excuses, Steve. Get on the ball.
Tell Susan to come on the show here.
Let's see. Bands. Here we go. The Minister of Truth and the Axis Experience, a tribute of music to Jimi Hendrix. The Axis Experience seeks to honor Jimi Hendrix artistically with faithful recreations of his music.
Huh. That's cool. I see Tracy. Tracy, how's it going? Just randomly said yelling down there.
Tracy, you on snores too, so good luck.
I'm a what? I don't snore.
We've heard you snore before.
Guys, I'm probably the combination between a lawnmower and a chainsaw, so you can have a real good time with me.
That's why you get a private bedroom, Steve. We're gonna shut that door and lock you in there, man.
I'll bring hearing protection for people, like the little earplugs that we use for going on the ships.
Quite honestly, I actually have an invention that I'll be bringing with me, and it's actually called a snore blocker, and it actually goes up into the nose, and it opens the nasal passages and actually blocks you from snoring.
I know there's this other snore blocker, just a pillow. On the face.
Suffocation.
Right. Shut up, Steve. Whack. Just nail him. What I always do, and this is completely off topic, but we're on it right now. If a buddy of mine's snoring, I'll hit my bed as loud as I can to make as much noise as possible. And typically he kind of jolts a little bit, and then you just have to sleep before he falls back asleep. That works. So we'll just throw books and chairs at Steve's door, and hopefully it'll stop him from snoring.
Maybe some fire.
Right?
What's going on down there?
He needs to wear a chowhound.
It's all good, guys.
So did you hear about there's this new thing that they're like freaking out about deer overpopulation?
My city just actually passed an ordinance. We have a 1-week hunting archery season in town now.
See, that's a little bit better than what a lot of apparently I think it's New York. They're talking about contraception for deers, like to mass birth control them. And what they do there is they have regulations on the selling of products from like deer, I guess like the venison, the meat, and like the skin and stuff. They actually regulate that stuff and won't let people sell it to like small businesses. So of course there's no monetary incentive to hunt them, and now they're apparently becoming a pest, is what they say.
Hmm.
And instead of just deregulating and letting people hunt and sell this shit, they want to give them birth control.
You know, because that's the cost-effective way to do it.
Yeah, apparently. Birth control all the deer.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's strange that you guys actually, well, not you. You're not in New York, but how deer are overpopulating. I mean, why don't they just do like Germany does, and their hunting season is year-round?
Yeah. Well, because then they want to control stuff, not let you have freedom. You crazy letting people have more freedom? People have to use guns and weapons and stuff, and that has to be regulated. Then they end up selling stuff, so you have to keep that regulated too. So
Yeah, Eric, I'm gonna bring a big frozen, like 5-pound bag of deer jerky for you.
I want deer jerky. I miss having it.
Why do we think Ron Paul's been so silent lately? We could have asked Mr. Weed if he came on. He said that they have some type of big master plan grand finale thingy. So I think, exactly like Dana says, he's been busy. So I think he has something going on.
I hope he has something going on. I know that the audit the Fed thing, but I don't know, is he like doing a follow up to try to get support in the Senate, or what's he trying to do to continue? He has to be doing something.
John has a mohawk.
I don't have a mohawk.
Yeah, you do. It looks like you have a horn. From the star, your Starry Night picture behind you, the castle is going right on your hair.
There we go. That's just a painting.
Yeah, you know what? And actually, I saw somebody who said something on Facebook about how Carol Paul actually personal messaged her and said Ron Paul was asked to speak, but he basically had to endorse Romney to do it, and he said no.
Yeah, of course.
So that wouldn't surprise me. Who knows how credible everything is, but again, that wouldn't surprise me.
I think they're basically just getting speakers that'll like pretty much just make Romney look good. Like they're gonna have them there to basically sell Romney to the media, and it's gonna be a big show for Romney.
That's how it works. See, that's what they want. They want a feel-good festival.
Yeah.
This is the main reason why all of the Massachusetts delegates were purged and why they're fighting for their seats. For those of you that are new to this, usually what happens at these things is when a candidate gets close to the amount of delegates needed to secure the nomination, the rest of the states will abstain and allow it to get back to their home state to actually vote them over the top. Since Ron Paul's delegates took 95% of the delegates, Ron's not going to get that state. That's why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Ed, what did you hear? I saw that you said you heard something different.
What's that?
Ed down in the chat said that he heard something different about why or if Ron Paul will be speaking. A scripted speech.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know how much of that's true, but we just have to get him nominated from the floor, and then he'll have a 15-minute speaking slot. That's all we have to do.
Yeah, that would make sense.
How many tickets are left to give out?
5.
5.
We're going to give another one away at 5 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna make a quick post.
Yuan's gonna talk to his 15,000.
Buy a couple more tickets and even give a couple extra away. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. This is costing me a small fortune.
You made it up.
Hey, Matt Larson, I like your videos.
Thank you. You have any questions or anything, man?
Nothing particularly. I just saw this on Facebook. I'm just kind of like, oh, whatever.
You saw me post this on Facebook, or who was it?
I like Steve. He's been posting like everywhere.
I'm in spammer right now, guys. Just ignore me.
For a second, I was. It's you ever hear that tiny chat? It's like kinda.
Yeah, Tom Woods will be at Fall Fest.
I only closed him because we're trying to do a show here, and he's talking about other stuff. So no offense. Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Depends on how good of a mood I'm in. And usually around 6 o'clock, I'll start drinking a little bit. And that usually helps me to make decisions to give away my money. But if you think about this realistically, today, Ron Paul Radio is giving away 8 tickets at $75. $600.
It's a lot of money.
$600 worth of tickets.
Wait, which kind of ticket? Just
It's a 3-day all-access pass, not the VIP, but it's a full 3-day all-access pass to Paul Fest.
Nice.
Crazy.
Yeah. If you don't win a ticket today, just find a friend and get the buy one get one free and split it with them.
Split it with them. It's cheap.
Yeah. Then split a hotel, split everything. You can do it really, really cheap. I mean,
Stay right on the campground. That's where the fun's going to be at anyway.
yeah, a lot of probably drunk, liberty-minded people camping together.
Yuan's gonna be drinking wine with his pinky out the whole time, and it'll be a good old time.
Spiced rum. Bringing a half
Yeah,
gallon
Captain
of
Morgan, John.
buying a half gallon of it to bring down. I
Only
guess.
Captain Morgan.
Only
I have an
Captain-
announcement to make. I just got a message from Susan Wolf, who handles the Ronvoys. She's scrambling with some people that they missed the Ronvoy date, so she's trying to get them all in. And she's working on the campground stuff right now. So if you try to get a campground site, obviously the Ronvoy thing included a campground thing on certain, Ronvoys that you took, certain packages you picked. They're going to be releasing the remaining campground sites that they secured here soon. So if you think you lost your campground site because you can't get it right now, that's not true. There will be several other sites opened hopefully this evening.
Well, I suppose I should probably get going. I got to do some things before my tea time today. John, I want to go golfing down in Florida. So, John, bring some golf clubs.
I can't play golf.
Okay.
There's a problem where I have a hard time with the stick that you hold and using it to hit the ball. I can't do that.
Yeah. Disc golf would be fun too. We could do that at the campgrounds at Paul Fest.
Sure. I mean, Florida is the golfing capital of the world. There are more golf courses here than any other state.
I have like 3 right near my apartment.
Oh, look who's coming on.
Yeah, we need somebody up here.
No, I think Kadosha's coming on.
Awesome. There we go.
She's gonna make it.
Yeah, I just saw that she signed on to Facebook, so I hurry up and messaged her.
She might be at the neighbors, though, checking things. She said they were having some internet problems at their house.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But before you go, Matt, you got to do it. We're going to force you.
I'm John Yo on 1. Go Ron Paul. Peace.
You can't do that.
I know, it doesn't sound right.